Hello, hi. Hello, Yella, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm sipping on some hot chocolate. Made a hot chocolate bomb earlier on. I think I posted or something of the yumminess that's in here. It's a nice chilly day in Limpopo. Yes, it gets cold. It gets cold in Limpopo. Those of you who are like, oh my god, no, Limpopo doesn't get cold. Like, it happens. Okay, it's chilly out today. So what we plan to do with the channel is social commentary on pop culture, celebrity gossip. Shout out to Miss Wendy Williams. Love. Okay, you cannot separate me from Miss Wendy. Really feel bad for her with how things have gone down for her, but this is not about that. But that's just to give you an idea of what it is I'll be doing on this channel. That and some reality television reviews of trash television that I enjoy. And it's a lot of trash television that I enjoy. A lot of it, she's trashy. I have no shame about that. Feel what you must, okay? It's Tuesday today, the 21st of June 2022. Yes, it was Father's Day on Sunday. That would be the 19th of June 2022. And in true form, like every other year, people took to the socials to vent their frustrations over their no good baby daddies and their no good daddies. And in true fashion, there were three of you who feel like you have this wonderful experience and your daddies are wonderful, or they're like three men who think that like they're the world's best dads, who are up in the comment sections all across the social medias telling people that they need to seek help, they need to find a therapist, you need to work through your shit. Or people just gaslighting people's experience, telling them that it's not that serious and the problem is not that severe. Of absentee fathers, right? Luckily for me, my best friend is a smart woman, okay? So she loves numbers. She's like, no, the numbers are there. I actually read an article not too long ago about this. And that's what we love about articles and psychological jargon and just defining things. Jan Levin's does she not say call a thing a thing? When you name things, it takes away the power for people to try and make you look like you're crazy. The stats are there. I'm going to read an article now. She sent me a link to the article when we had this conversation. She sent me this link and it's a News 24 article, and it talks about some stats. That stats essay compiled between the years of 2014 and 2018. And when I'm done with that, we are going to list the different types of trash baby daddies, right? Because it's levels to the shit, right? Like, it's not just one kind of trash baby daddy. They come in all manner of shapes and sizes. We don't want anybody to feel excluded or left out, so I figured let's compile a list. Initially, I wanted to do it in order of who's the trashiest, but you not being present for your child is trash altogether. Like, there's no point in saying who's trashy. We don't need to sit here and talk about who's it's like my friends and I. Hi friends. My friends and I who were in the same maths class and we all failed maths. Like, one girl would feel better that she got 27 and I got 25. It's like, okay girl, that's a better fail, but a fail nonetheless. Like, so that's why I don't feel that compiling the list in order of like who's trashier on the, like, it didn't make sense to me. So like, it's just like trash, right? Like trash, okay, all of it at the same time. So I'm going to, hopefully I managed to, because we're new at this, right? We managed to link the articles and stuff and just have people go and read things for themselves. The article is focused on black children in particular. We're South African. Our demographic is largely black. I live in a township. I interact with black people day in, day out most of my life. I don't care to speak on other people of like other races because I don't exist in those communities. I don't care to pretend like I know what's going on. They can come on here and confirm if it mirrors their reality as well, right? Because in a larger picture, we exist within the confines of the same country. So we're about to borrow things from each other, even nasty things like not showing up for your children. Okay, the article is titled "Too Many Black Children Don't Have Fathers at Home, Report Reveals." It was published on the 18th of March 2021. So don't even come here and say this is dated. Oh, this is back when migrant workers, when they had to go to Johannesburg to dig for the gold. And no, 2021. Let's go. Let's go. Corona is older than this article. That's how new this is, okay? Okay. In a report released in February, Stats SA revealed that most children in South Africa live in a non-standard family structure with mostly one of their biological parents. Non-standard family structure. I believe in multi-generational households. I feel like kids get like the best experience and so when you have like a grandmother in the home or whatever and what have you, those structures tend to, for me as an African child, there seems to be a little bit more of a balance that way. I feel like this is very Western to have like the nuclear family, but I do like when both parents are still there and maybe one grandparent is also present. It just makes for an enriched experience. I've realized I like multi-generational households, so non-standard as per Western standards, right? I was raised by my grandmother until the age of 6. My parents and I are fine. Like, we have our own bond. It didn't hinder our relationship in any way. All right. The research, which was conducted in 2018, revealed that majority of families had twice as many children living with their mothers compared to those living with their biological fathers. Shocker. 76% and 36.4% respectively. Among the various population groups in South Africa, only 31.7% of black children are raised with their biological fathers in the home. 31.7. That, like, you just passed. Eh? Isn't 30 a pass? And is that still the standard? That's embarrassing. But like, you just eh? But don't listen to us, honey, okay? The black men claim they're there for their kids. They're raising their kids, okay? Me and my seed. Okay, 31.7% of black children are raised with their biological fathers at home. This is compared to 51.3 colored children, 86.1% Indian or Asian children, and 80.2% of white children. According to the stats, the other people are showing up more for their kids than you black men. Those are just the numbers here. You guys can come and talk about, we don't know who participated in the survey. You know, black people don't really like participating. Baralero, you are not there. I don't want to hear that. You're not there, okay? Black children between the ages of 0 to 17 years old were the least likely to stay with their biological fathers compared to their peers of other racial groups. Oh, guys, let's just cry. Across all 4 races, the stats show that between 74% and 92% of these children stay with their mothers. Yo. The women are going through it. The women are legit going through it. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how guys, have you seen the price of oil? And if I never saw from oh my god, they're going through it. Stats SA broke down the percentage of children staying with their fathers across the 9 provinces over the period of 2014 to 2018. The key findings were that in Mpumalanga, Limpopo, Gauteng, and Northern Cape had a slight increase in children who stay with their biological fathers. I live in Limpopo, by the way. I think I said that already. The Northwest Province presented the most significant percentage point decline of 6.1% between 2014 and 2018, where fathers stayed with their... I'm quite surprised in the decline in the Northern West. No, I'm not. I'm not really. The Western Cape at the highest percentage of homes where children stay stayed with their fathers in 2018, unlike the Eastern Cape, which had the lowest percentage at only 24.9. The Western Cape makes sense because rent is crazy out there. You gotta stay together, right? You gotta keep it together for the bills. What else you gonna do? The crisis of missing fathers. These figures are important to know because studies have shown that fatherless children suffer more than their peers who have father figures at home. They're at greater risk of academic and social struggles. Y'all can come read the rest of this article, really. It was published by News 24. I will try to link it. I'm new at this. Hopefully I get it right. I mean, linking things just shouldn't be that hard, honestly. But yeah, it was under Parent 24, so I'm not sure if that's like a subsidiary of News 24 or it's a publication under News 24, but I suppose it's focused on parental issues. So, would you call a publication? Okay, those of you in media, y'all know what it's called. I'm in my room, in my mom and dad's house, just talking shit at the camera. I don't need to know this. All right. And then here's the list that I compiled. I had time this morning. I had time because mostly I'm sick and tired. I am sick and tired of the gaslighting of people who didn't have their fathers, the toll that took on them, the people who had to carry the load of raising children when they were once upon a time in partnership and under the illusion that they would be raising these people with somebody else, making the load a lot lighter. I'm sick and tired. Every year when it's Father's Day, there's like 3 of you, it's always 3, on the internet telling women that that's not really like their experience, is not really their experience. You all need to stop. Okay, I managed to come up or really note 7 different types of no good, low down, dirty ass, do not contribute shit to their children or to society, taking up space, breathing our air, no good baby daddies. 7. The first one is the one that will deny the nut altogether. Right? This person will act like they don't even know this woman. They will deny. From the time the woman says she's pregnant, this person is like, I know nothing of this. I wasn't there. I don't know who this person is. And for some or other reason, the fetus that belongs to this person can hear that I am going to be denied. And it does things where it just like sucks all that person's DNA and then they come out looking like a carbon copy of that person. You who's always getting yelled at, babe, chances are like, I'm sorry. Chances are you were denied. You're no good daddy is number 1 on my list. Right? The list is just the way it is. It's not in any particular order of who's trashier. But number 1 on the list is will deny the nut altogether. Number 2 is the FaceTime / WhatsApp baby daddy. This is the person who uses the Wi-Fi at his friend's house to video call the kid twice a year at best. What? Christmas and maybe the kid's birthday. Right? Or like, I don't know, it's twice though, guys. It's twice. It's not more than twice. Like, that's what they do, and they don't even use their own Wi-Fi. Like, they use somebody else's, like, because it's not worth it for them. I don't even know what. Usually what happens is somebody makes them feel bad. Like, the grandmother, the paternal grandmother would be like, like, why you don't ever want to speak to your child, right? Or the new girlfriend who's trying to, like, earn some cool points. Let it go, girl. This is not your fight. You don't ever even have a dog in this fight. It's like, oh my God, babe, like, you don't speak to your child. So then I'm FaceTime or it's video. It's WhatsApp though. I feel like it's WhatsApp. They like me. They don't have iPhones. They're WhatsApp, right, with somebody's Wi-Fi or the KFC Wi-Fi. I don't know, wherever they are. The third one is the ATM father. The physically present ATM father. This is, hey, oh Jesus. Why am I, it's because this one is layered. It is so layered. Her lips are chappy. I need to moisturize my lips, you guys. Talking mess will dry out your lips. It really will. Talking all the mess. I have to go for a walk. I'm trying to do that whole 10,000 steps a day stuff. So I actually have to knock this video out of the park at the soonest. Get it done. So I can go for my walk before it gets dark out. Right. The physically present ATM. This is the one society calls a good father, right? Because as per patriarchy, if you're financially providing, you've done your job, right? You have done everything you were supposed to do. You are the world's greatest dad because you paid school fees for the people you made that didn't audition to be here. That didn't ask you to make them. They never sent in an application for you to make them. You made them with this other person, and now you're gonna get applauded for paying school fees for said people that you made. It's confusing to me. A lot of you who have dads like this also seem to think you have good dads. You're the main ones, the three of you. And our comment sections telling us about how, oh, it's not all men. My dad was wonderful. Well, that's nice, honey. Good for you. Okay, like, shut up and go away. Like, no, that's why you buy affection. Bana ba udisiwa ke the ATM dad, the girls especially ba udisiwa ke the ATM dads. They're the main ones about betcha fucking up the game for the rest of us who ain't got money. Because it's the only way they know how to communicate affection. Let me pay for it. Let me buy your affection. Here, drive around my Polo while I'm at work and fuck around these 17-year-olds in the car. And I'm like, oh, that's my mean. Nobody dates down and pays for affection more than a girl who was raised by an ATM dad. Nobody. Never learned any other way to communicate affection except for money. They think they can purchase everything. A problem, these ones. But this kind of dad, this dad is applauded. Everybody. I'm not gonna it's because my dad don't have money, but it's fine. The fourth one, the ATM/phone. This is the hybrid. We have a hybrid here, people. That is the FaceTime father meets the ATM dad, right? This one is usually the one where maybe you all are, like, the parents are divorced, but the dad has a coin or two, right? Has a new family across town, still wants to, like, say he's a dad, still wants to be a dad, has the means financially to show up as a dad, and as far as patriarchy is concerned, right? Like, provide, right? Financial security. This person also produces the same type of I will buy affection type of child, right? And people tend to think, yeah, mara uthogomela ngwana wawe. Like, that's, people always say that about this one. Like, yo marena wa muthogomela ngwana wawe. What? Wabana yena, and the last one, the physically present ATM. Yo, these people are celebrated, guys. I have friends who have fathers who've had money, or maybe their fathers are late or whatever, and they really think they had good dads. Really think they had good dads. Emotional avoidant of note. Oh, my dad was such a wonderful man. He bought me a car when I turned 60. No, bitch, he had money. Like, get out. Okay. Number 5, the physically present but absent in all other ways that count pretty much your mom's other grown child by another woman. That would be your paternal grandmother. She made your mom a kid, and when your mom met him, she wasn't aware that she's adopting a grown child. She thought she was getting into partnership. Oh my god. Oh, this one, the physically present but absent in any other way, should not be confused with the ATM dad. I mean, they're the same, except they don't even provide the financial means, right? So worse. I know I said I wouldn't, so worse, right? They're just there, breathing your air, taking up space, just there in Jenna, like just the drag. It's like, why is you here? Like, why are you here? Like, you don't do nothing. You don't even do the domestic chores that would make my mom's life a lot easier, right? You just laze around. There you are, feet in the air, okay? Or feet on the coffee table that you didn't buy because you fucking broke. My mom had to pay for that or whatever. Like, you're just there, like, Heineken in hand, watching whatever masculine thing, what, soccer, right? Apparently they all just love soccer. It's a thing they all love, like, whatever. This one I don't like, guys. I mean, I don't like all of them, but this one, hi. And the women who stay with these types of people, at least the ATM one, you know, the financial security is something like we can make an argument for the ATM. The ATM, we can make an argument, guys. They're physically present, but otherwise just chilling. Pretty much like a hobo living in your fucking house. Like, oh my god. The sixth. We're almost there, people. I love my child while I'm with the mother, but I lose interest in said child when the mother and I break up, baby daddy. This person doesn't love anybody. This person, their love is unconditional. It's not even love. It's not love. I don't know what the word is, but let's call it that for now. The love is, everybody's love is conditional. Let's not be childish, right? This one is, for as long as you're laboring for me, I will have affection for you, right? Or the person whom I think you're an extension of, because the cognitive dissonance is insane. Men, somebody just to one Sunday, I went for a walk Sunday with a friend of mine, and we went by one of the streets, and one of my mates whom I haven't seen in a while was like, hey, whatever, and we got to talking about pregnancy and whatever and what have you. And that silly old notion, that stupid silly old notion of like, mwana gwa musadi, like, who nut is this? Like, who, okay, came up again about how we're responsible for whether or not we get pregnant. What are you responsible for? Yeah, she had a choice. Yeah, she could have, like, you know, like, done, like, stuff. What? And there's nothing for you to do. Get out. This is confusing. Number 6 is confusing too, and it happens a lot lately, and I think it's rooted in the fact that you all do not give yourselves chance to learn each other and know each other properly. A lot of people are having these children within a year of knowing each other, while you're in the height of the love bombing, right? When he has his, and I don't know how you guys don't know this. Men have a commitment issue, right? Like, they are raised to have commitment issues. Part of their commitment issues, a lot of them, is directly related to whatever relationship or non-relationship they had with their no-good daddies, right? They're a product of their environment like everybody else. But men have commitment issues, so they can't put up a facade for too long. If you just ride through the love bombing phase and you survive, the real person will show up. And that's the person you need to decide, is this somebody I would like to procreate with? Is this, I really want to make another human? So children are. You're bringing people into this world and fucking up their realities because you just had to get with this loser, right? You just, oh my God, you just had to get with this loser. This loser is for embarrassing me the whole day. Like, I can't stand you guys. I can't stand you guys when it comes to how much you love a loser. Like, you guys go out for a loser. Like, there is nobody you're cheering for more than a loser. Like, nobody. But if you just hold on for over a year, the real person will show up. And a year is too long, actually. Love bombing, like, they'll only keep at it if they get results. Because again, it's a commitment issue, right? It's like when you're working out and you don't have muscles in the morning, and then you like that. Like, if they buy you things and they're trying to get your attention and whatever, but like your response is lackluster to none really, they give up and they move on quite quickly, right, to the next person, because the idea of actually working for anything is just too strenuous for them. You know, they're just so fragile. Just, we're princes, you know. But this one, see, I've gone off on a tangent. I was like, Didi, do not turn this camera on and do the thing. I do it on voice notes. Like, I'll be sending my friends voice notes, and then I'll be like, yeah, and then I'll talk about 10 different things, and then I'll have to link back to my original thought. I'm sorry. If you guys are gonna ride with me, please ride with me. I actually need you guys to ride with me. If you guys are gonna ride with me, I'm just gonna need you guys to understand that the thoughts, they're cohesive, but in the middle of a thought, 10 other thoughts can emerge, hence the tangent part. Okay, but I'll always come back to center. Okay, I will center. The girl is anchored. Trust me, stay with me, and thank you. But back to this. Back to number 6. Let me refresh your memory about number 6. Number 6 is I love my child while I'm with the mother, but I lose interest in said child when the mother and I break up. This is that person with the short-lived relationship where you have a child within that stage of like, oh my God, yes, we're so in love, Then you have that baby, and then that wears off. But now you've created a human being here. But I'm now no longer interested in you. This is the man, right? Men get to opt out of parenthood, and I don't know how you guys have not noticed that yet. No amount of you saying or doing anything will make this person want to be in that child's life if it's not something that they want for themselves. Because of how we raise men to cut off certain parts of ourselves, the argument that feminism makes of like, you need to allow people to have a full human experience, an experience of full range of emotions, from this thing where you tell boy children not to cry, not to do this. It makes it such that bonding with, and this is not me making excuses for anybody, it's just my observation, they have a hard time bonding unless something is in it for them. In the same way they have a hard time showing compassion because it's misconstrued for weakness, right? So that child in his head, that's your baby. Of course, you labored for said child. Said child grew in your belly. You're bonded to this child. The cognitive, like the idea that like this person is half of my DNA, I'm responsible for them. It's not really a thing. It's not a world that they live in. Okay. They are aware that they can go off somewhere and you would still have to raise this child. It's unfortunate, but it's the reality, which walks in that stupid argument of people, that cultural thing of wana, guamasari type thing. Like, but when we walk around here saying we don't really need, men are not really important in the lives of the children, you guys are the same people who want to get mad. But according to you, you aren't important. You decided that you're not important. This kind of no good baby daddy, they have no emotional attachment to this child, or very little, as long as when they can no longer get the labor they desire from the woman, which is why they have affection for you to begin with. It's about what they can get out of it. When you're no longer laboring for this person, when they're no longer getting those sexual favors or whatever, or relations with you, once they don't have an emotional anything or care for you, that child is an extension of you. So that child is going to get an extension of whatever emotion they're putting out towards you. They're going to take that exact same thing and give it to the child. Dangerous, this one. This one is dangerous because most of the time they would have been physically present in the fantastical, romantical years, if it's 3 years, where they were still madly in love with you because you were a doormat and allowing them to do whatever it is they wanted with you, they were being there for the child. Well, as much as men can be, they just inept in so many ways. But they were showing up for this child. So it's a very confusing thing. This is the one that creates that dynamic where that breakup is the child's first heartbreak as well, where the child is constantly asking for dad, where the child is like, wait, because they knew this person, they got used to having this person around. This is damaging. I know I said I wasn't gonna rank them, but this, a lot of you are running around here saying I've never had my heart broken. Like, you have. Your daddy broke your heart. He did it. I don't care. And then seventh and last, I didn't have my daddy in my life and I turned out fine. That baby will figure things out, baby daddy. This bitch is clearly in denial. This particular type of baby daddy. You're not okay. The fact that you think abandoning your child is okay is an indication of how not okay you are. A direct result to what happened to you when your dad abandoned you. A lot of you are running around here saying, you're not okay, babe. You need counseling. Instead of coming under like these women's comment sections on Father's Day telling them that they need help, you go see a fucking therapist, dummy. Like, what? Oh, I figured it out. Do you have any idea what children go through in school? And you know what? I don't know how I feel anymore. I really don't know how I feel anymore about schools doing Father's Days and Mother's Days and whatever. Because outside of like people abandoning their children, people die. It's a very traumatic thing in class. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know if it's things that we need to keep up in class anymore, because we do not all come from homes that are structured like this. Some people are being raised by their grandparents and their parents are no more, or what have you. But the children who've had a relationship with their father, the child from the baby daddy number 6, right? Who knows that my dad, this mug is it's my mom's mug. It's gonna be my mom's mug. Like, now your mom, but sanje bakhawanele 50 rand your print some maga wa Father's Day. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know how I feel about it. I remember we had a kid in my class in the earlier grades, because I don't think he completed grade 7 with us in the same primary school. Those days were hard for him. The days where we had to like color in the Father's Day cards and do whatever. I don't know if we should still do this, especially Father's Day. Let's do all the other ones. I was saying to one of my friends, I think what the schools should do every year around Father's Day, they should just be like, you know what? Some of the kids were crying on Mother's Day, so we just think we shouldn't do anything for Father's Day altogether. Like, it's traumatic for the children. And then when Mother's Day comes around again next year, they can just be like, we think we should give it another go. And then when Father, we're like, oh, it didn't go so well. That's a suggestion. You guys do with that. I have lots of those. But yeah, that's what I came up with. If you guys know of any other kinds of no good baby daddies, just trash, feel free to just, because I feel like it's just all my people are busy today because my girls work. They're out here grinding. I was like, this is my list. Did I forget? Because we don't want people to feel left out. Can you imagine we listed all the douchebags and you weren't there, we don't want that. So just list them, like the one that does it. There are a lot of hybrids. I feel like you're never just this one or that one. You're probably a mixture of that and a mixture of that. Like, this rubbish meets this rubbish makes one rubbish. That's how I feel about that. But that's it. That's all I had to say. I'm sick and tired, and I just thought I should get down here on Umama Winnie Madikizela Mandela's internet and tell you guys that you guys are shit. That's it. I have nothing else to say. You're crap. The numbers don't lie. The numbers are there to prove that you ain't shit. Never gonna be shit. You don't need to come in the comments and tell us how wonderful you are with that KFC Wi-Fi, because we know it's not yours. You don't buy data. You're just out here. You're just out here, right? Taking up space, not taking care of your children, not calling your mom, barely bathing. You know, that's the other thing. Avatadi. I need to leave them alone. I do. You all also need to stop making babies with these people. Please stop it. Please stop it. Maybe I should, my next video, I need to hold the people I'm in community with as an accident of my birth that is the construct that is gender. Hold the women accountable. Like, stop making, no. Some of you, your no good baby daddies are on this list and you made them 3 kids. Oh, I'm getting riled. Bye. Hallo julle, dis ek, terug. I don't speak Afrikaans. Don't try to speak Afrikaans to me. That's all I know. That's the extent of it. Okay. The point is, I went for a walk. You see, glowing. It's what happens after I go for a walk. Anyway, I'm back, Yella, and I don't know how I missed this because I ran the list past my friends. I was like, friends, did I miss any, any daddy types, right? We don't want people to feel excluded. So this was brought to my attention, but for some or other reason I didn't add it as number 8. And this one is a problem. Okay, it's a little bit like I was gonna make it 2, but they won. They actually won. The social media no good baby daddy, right? Also known as, my best friend coined this, so don't act like you came up with this. Also known as the milestone no good baby daddy. Mr. Photoshoot fresh, looking like wealth, about to call the paparazzi on himself, will steal a picture off of the grandmama profile picture and post it with a caption, "That's my boy, first day of school, let's get it, future doctor," but wasn't there. Don't know how much the school fees is, doesn't know how much the tracksuit that the baby is wearing is, doesn't know the transport charge, doesn't even know how the child gets to school. Like that part, the commute, none of it is really his business, right? Is there for all the grads, can't tell him nothing. Therefore, all the big birthdays, is mad as hell when he's excluded out of anything. There to remind people that, but that is still my child. Like they own you. Like there's some type of ownership over you. Those are the worst. Those are the ones with the Fabiani t-shirts that we see trending every now and then. Those are the ones that always have like an expensive bottle that they're posting with of cognac or whiskey or whatever on the fucking socials. Don't ever do anything for their kids, but they want to be included with the milestone moments. And they get mad when they're not included. And they also want to come and take credit. Are these people mentally sound? I'm actually, like, as I talk about them, I'm like, am I ragging on a group of individuals who are unwell? And that's not me making fun of, like, I'm serious though, like, because it's not adding up. How are you not contributing to this child's life the entirety of the, and then at grad, Wanaki doctor, there you are. Wanaki doctor, mang. And then the other mistake that you ladies make, you guys are so quick to give your children these people's names, right? And you do all that work, all that sweat, elbow grease, that is all you, for this child to come and be what it is that they are. And this person gets to come and be like, yeah, what are you gonna do then? Could never be me. I'm not judging anybody, but I'm just saying, I don't know how. I don't know how I forgot this. Like, because this was the main one for me. This was the main one. Like, Mr. Paparazzi, Mr. Hashtag. Can't do nothing, can't say nothing to him. That's it. That's all I came back to say, friends. We're done. We're done.